Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. Dr. Pepper is ready to go. Hey Kevin, we had a pre-discussion before the live stream even began. Supposedly Steve owes someone a pizza, and I said I need my own share of it because pizza is like, oh, I love pizza. It's probably one of my like weaknesses in life. Give me a pizza, I'm happy. What toppings? I'm a sausage girl, sausage, pepperoni. I'm very simple. There's not much on on pizza I don't like except for like I don't like anchovies. I don't like pineapple. Other than that, I'm pretty hey Royal B Roy, how are you? I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to when it comes to pizza. Put a pizza in front of me, I'll eat it. I'm good. I know. So, Steve, I think you all now owe us a pizza pie. I'm just saying we can all share it. Sit around drinking Dr. Pepper and eating pizza. Ha ha ha, Roy! I knew you were gonna say something as soon as that came out of my mouth. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Hi Kelly, how are you? Hi PJ. Hi Kevin. Whole bunch of great people here tonight. Hi, Thomas. How are you? Oh, hey, Kimberly. How are you? So, I really don't have anything really planned for this evening. I'll go through the week that I had and we'll kind of go off topic from there because I feel like every week we go off on some kind of topic that's not related to gig work. So, we'll kind of see where tonight actually leads us. So, I feel like I had like a really fun week last week. I feel like it was a pretty easy peasy week overall. I feel like the whole week, at least in my area, I feel like we were gearing up for Super Bowl. We're like, yay, Super Bowl's coming. Yay, Valentine's Day is coming. So I feel like the beginning of the week was somewhat on the slow side, and I felt like it kept like ramping up as the week kind of went on. I did do a DoorDash only day for like a 5 hour shift. I really wanted to see what DoorDash was going to, since it's been so dominant in my area lately, I kind of just wanted to see how it stood alone and see whether it could stand alone. And, I think it was a pretty decent 5 hour shift, but I still am a true multi-apper, true and true. So yeah, Middleton Technology say Valentine's Day was busier than Super Bowl in my market. I'll be honest, and I'll go into that. I didn't work at all yesterday. I took completely the day off. It felt really good, I have to say. But so I did the DoorDash only 5 hour shift, and like I said, it was okay, but I really wanted. I don't know whether I was expecting more out of it, but I really felt like okay, I'm still a multi-apper, true and true, and I just really believe that multi-apping just gives you more opportunity, and that's kind of what I like about multi-apping. But I feel like it was really good to do that little 5 hour shift just to even see whether since DoorDash was so dominant in my area, could it really hold its own? And it came close to holding its own. It just wasn't quite there for me, at least for what I was doing for that 5 hour shift. So then Uber Eats released their Quest early, at least for me in my area. I think they released it on like Wednesday or Thursday of last week. I was like, "Ooh, there's Quest going on." Hey Richard, how are you? And I was like, "Oh, we have a Quest." I can't tell you the last time Uber we got a Quest. And then I opened it up and like I saw like dollar signs like cha-ching cha-ching, and like I'm like, "Oh, this is good." And for my area, for the first four, you got $10, and then $2, it was like $10, and another two orders, it was $10, and the last two, it was like $20. But then, like, reality set in because I also know my area, and I'm like, "Hey, William, how are you?" Um, I I'm like, yeah, this is totally not going to happen. Anytime there's like this big, huge quest, I feel like every driver is coming, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. But we'll go into Super Bowl Sunday, in a little bit. But so the quest came out early, and then the weekend came, and you know Saturday, I guess maybe I had higher expectations for my area. I did okay, I did fine. But I'm like, okay, it's the Saturday before Valentine's Day, it's the Saturday before Super Bowl, and I'm like, it's okay, orders were coming in, orders, but they weren't like orders, if you kind of know what I mean. I guess I was expecting a lot more coming in, to Saturday. And that was, Sunday was Super Bowl. So in my area, it snowed like crazy. The good news is it didn't stick to the roads or the sidewalk. It was only sticking to grass and a couple of areas, but it was still a pain in the butt trying to maneuver and have snow and, deliver at the same time. Grubhub was weird in my area. Their bonus was in the morning. It was like 6 a.m. to like 11 a.m. And I'm like, why would you do a bonus early in the morning? But who knows? But I worked like the morning afternoon shift, and then I turned around. I think I went back out around like 5 o'clock. Total hours is probably about 9 hours I worked on Super Bowl itself. I feel like my morning afternoon was a lot better than my evening was. So I'm like, okay, well, I had a good morning dash afternoon. Hopefully it continues on in the evening. And hey, Monique, how are you? Oh, hey, Josh, how are you? And it didn't translate. The peak pay happened so in my area for Doordash. So Doordash, it was a $3 peak pay, and then they gave an additional dollar because of the snow that was going on. So of course, once again, you see dollar signs, and I'm like, yes, peak pay, and then no peak pay. There was a lot of drivers out in my area for that night, but I I learned to stay in like my plaza that I normally stay at. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not driving around like a crazy person. I'm going to sit here and be patient. And orders were coming in. I really didn't turn down too many orders just because they were actually decent and they were very good coming in. So I kind of went with it and just kind of took orders as they were coming in. Sometimes there were pauses in between orders, and I would get back to like my plaza and sit and wait for an order and then take an order. But everything was actually because of the $4 peak pay. That's really how I, pumped up my Sunday. And I really, I made my day on Sunday. So I was very fortunate for, hey, Kik Lebowski, how are you? For my Sunday. So I ended early on Sunday. I'll be honest, I didn't want to be out when the Super Bowl was getting let out. I didn't want to be, you know, the aftermath of parties and drunk people. So I actually went home early on Sunday and watched like the last part of the game. And there was a lot of also in my area. Hey, rapping granny, how are you? There were a lot of like DUI checks in my area as well. I'll be honest, I just didn't want to be bothered, so I called it quits and I went home and I enjoyed some of the game at home. But that was like my Super Bowl Sunday in my area. So and then yesterday I completely took the day off, which it was nice to take a breather. It was nice to, hey, Driven Dad, how are you? It was really nice just to relax, spend time, and hi, Henry, and really just call it my woosah moment. I took a woosah moment yesterday, so I didn't even go out, work out. I didn't even look to see what was going on. I didn't look at peak days. I turned literally my phone off and disconnected from the world for a little while. So that was my yesterday. And here I am with you guys today. My week coming up this week, personal wise, I feel like it's so up and down. I have so much going on that this week I feel like I'm going to try to work as much as I can in between everything that's, personally going on with, everything. I'm a parent. Things happen and you kind of rearrange your life. So I feel like this is just like my jam packed week. So you'll probably see me working a couple of odd hours, 2 hours, 3 hours instead of, a full shift. So that's going to be kind of my week coming up. So, oh, Kevin, definitely go take your Grubhub order. Go do what you need to do. Kim, I really like your calm video. It was very calming. Oh, thank you. That was, I forget what day that was. I feel like the days run together. So I have this place in my area that I go to sometimes when I start. Hey, Monica, how are you? When I start my shift, and it's kind of like my before like the craziness starts, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna show them my happy place just because I just think it's absolutely gorgeous where I go, and I'm like, oh, maybe they think the same way. So I'm like a little calming music. Maybe I'll bring some calm to everybody's life in a crazy week that we were having. So that's why I decided to actually bring it to you guys this past week. It was I just love the place. So give you like a little bit of a background because you don't know my area. So that's called the Navasink River, and across the way where I said those are my dream homes. So like those are like a multi-million-dollar mansions that overlook the water that are absolutely gorgeous. So further down there, like Bon Jovi's on the water, our governor's on the water, and there's a whole bunch of celebrities that live over there. That's why I say one of these days that's going to be like my dream, the dream home of on stream homes. So that's why I brought you guys along with me. So I figured I'd do everything else. Why not bring you guys my calm place? It might bring a little bit of calm to your life too. Yes, if anybody hasn't, my norm, my weekly norm. But yeah, so couple of things that I've noticed this week as well. And maybe it's just me. Like I feel, and it could be two things. Grub. I didn't take a lot of. First of all, I'll go back to Super Bowl. I did not even turn on Grubhub during Super Bowl. I'll be honest. I didn't want to deal with wait times. I just wanted to be able to grab and go. And I felt like the best way of doing that was completely turning off Grubhub. Uber Eats, I couldn't even get a bonus out of Uber Eats. I think I took 2, maybe 3 orders during the whole entire time just because orders just weren't even existing with Uber Eats. I don't know how, all you guys were making out as well. Thomas Pepper time, yes. So anyway. That was funny. That was a hefty chug. Someone check to see if vodka's in there. No, no vodka. I wish it was vodka. I did have a glass of wine a little earlier, if that helps, but no, it's just regular, regular. No spiked. But I wish. I know. I'm addicted. What can I say? So I don't know how Uber Eats did for any of you guys, but uh, I just couldn't. I literally, for the life of me, just couldn't get orders. But I feel like even the orders that were coming in for Uber Eats weren't even worth the time when I was in a $4 peak pay with Doordash. I felt like even if I got the bonus, it couldn't come close to. Yeah, everybody wants to go get one now. Everybody go get a pepper now. I'm just saying, I'm gonna get everybody addicted to pepper by the time this is over with. So that was my Uber Eats, but going back to Grubhub for the week. So Grubhub, I felt like wait times were better for whatever reason. I don't know whether it was Grubhub times or the wait times were better, or I was noticing restaurants are a little better staffed, and I don't know whether they were better staffed because they were going into Super Bowl weekend, but I felt like restaurants were better staffed last week. So yeah, it was interesting. So is Grubhub turning itself around? I'll believe it when I actually see it. But I actually had no wait times at really any of the restaurants for Grubhub last week, which I'm like, really? I'm shocked. Huh. So Steve, you said, let's see. So you said DoorDash and Uber Eats have shop and pay orders. Have you ever done one? Yes, I have done plenty of shop and pay orders. So shop and pay orders were very interesting this past weekend, to really say the least. You can definitely tell it was Valentine's Day by the items that I was shopping for people. Um, and I think someone made a comment. I can't remember. I think it was on yesterday's video. I hope it wasn't handed to me customers. And luckily, no, they were all leave at doors. But yes, I do shop and pay orders. I'll be honest. I don't really, anything that's a large quantity, I don't. Hey, Lisa, how are you? I don't usually go after. To me, the money has to equal the time I am spending with shop and pays. I like to do stores like CVS's, Walgreens, Rite Aids that I know the store and I can go in and go out. And it was very, that's why, those are some of the orders. I do turn down a lot of um, a lot of shop and pays. To me, if it's not worth the money to me out of the platforms, Uber Eats has the best pay for shop and pay orders. So if you can get a Uber Eats shop and pay order, usually they're worth your time and money and delivery into them. For me, I should say. So, Josh, so how many flowers did everyone deliver yesterday? Me, zero, because I didn't work yesterday, but I did receive flowers, so that was actually fantastic. But if anybody else wants to, chime in on that one, but I think Lisa, you said you were delivering a lot of flowers yesterday, but it should be really interesting just to see what everybody did for flowers yesterday. William said I had multiple shop and delivers that have contained toys. Lisa can verify. Okay. um, yeah, it was a very interesting weekend. I have to say the least. And with Uber, they were out of the one item, and I'm like, thank goodness, like I didn't have to call the customer and say, hey, do you want a substitution for this item? Like, what do you do in that case? I'm just saying. So I'm like, I am not calling the customer and asking them what the substitution is. Sorry, they're a little out of luck on that one. That's taking it to the next level and beyond. Yeah, no, not happening. So thank God they didn't want a substitution, and it was actually in the app, and they didn't make me call the customer. William, you did have that happen. Did you call the customer? I'm just curious because that would actually be kind of funny because I'm like, I'm not calling the customer. I'm sorry. You're out of the item, unavailable. Oh, that's why Lisa can verify. Oh, I feel like there's like a really good story behind that, and I'm dying to know what that story is. I took photos, didn't want to leave here hanging. oh, oh, I can go in so many different directions, and I won't, but that is really funny. It was a hand it to, to a customer. Oh man, William. Okay, you have me completely beat on that one. Oh, that's William for you. Thank you, William. I think you like made my night with that. I think that was my laugh for the night. Okay, so Kimberly, you said I took the package order with no pay shown or where it was going, and both ended up being same advanced auto parts, and the manager adds great tips, so it was worth it. Oh, for Uber Eats, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad it worked out for you. So you were in Uber, were you in Uber jail for a little while? I'm telling you, the where it says no, like the offer screen. Oh man, it's crazy. Okay, so more. You said no flowers on Valentine's Day, but several large orders from downtown that went far on the northwest side, like 10 to 11 miles. Well, good. Well, good for you. Hopefully, you had a fantastic Valentine's Day, and thumbs up to you. Very, very good. Monica, this topic is hilarious. I'm here. I'm here to be entertainment, but I think William is our entertainment tonight. I'm just relaying the message. Oh, but it was interesting. So, it's actually funny. So, William, I delivered flowers twice on Valentine's Day and one azalea tree. Okay, that's interesting. For your loved ones, here's an azalea tree. How does that quite work out? As a woman, are you excited to get like an azalea tree? Here you go, honey. Here's an azalea tree. I'm just saying. So, PJ, you said I did better today than I did on Sunday. I know, PJ, you said you were disappointed on your Sunday. So sorry that you didn't have a good Sunday. So, hopefully, this week is going to be better for you. Uh, uh, So, Steve, you said dumb question, but that's like me. I'm probably, if you hear on the 5 out of 10 Uber Eats acceptance rates, or they don't show you anything, question is why don't influencers like you have to deal with it? I have absolutely have no idea. I did get put, well, I call it Uber jail. I was put in there last Saturday, but it was like the one and only time that it's actually ever popped up in my area. But it actually just showed like 3 minutes away. It was weird. Some people are saying that you can actually see the dollar amount. I didn't even get that. I just got that it was like 3 minutes away, but that's the one and only time I've ever actually seen it in my area. I will say this: I try try being cute because I know this is going on to make sure I take 3 out of 10 deliveries just because I don't want it happening to me in my area. So I don't know whether that's the reason why, but that was the first and only time I've actually ever seen it in my area. So, Lisa, you said I deliver flowers all day yesterday. I know you said you were rocking with those flower orders yesterday. Okay, William, you said it was pretty. Okay, we'll go with it. Rideshare rodeo, Steve, you said azalea trees forever. That's funny. So, PJ, you said I have positive thoughts for this week. Made more than double today than on Sunday, so I'm happy. Okay, well, good. I'm glad you had a really good day today. That's actually really exciting for you. So, that was Grubhub. That's my week. Like I said, I have a, a crazy, crazy week coming up. So you'll probably see me doing a little bit of like wacky, wacky hours here or there or everywhere this week. So it might be kind of up and down and kind of all over the place. But that's the beauty of what I do, and the flexibility of what I do, and being a parent isn't always easy. But you know what, they come first and this comes second, so that's kind of what my week really looks like. And then talking about staffing a little bit, I've been noticing restaurants being staffed. For the most part, it's a good thing, but I know you've seen me talk a little bit about McDonald's this past week and some of my trials and tribulations. Usually, my McDonald's is fantastic, and I love going to McDonald's, but I think they're going through some staffing changes right now. Not so much managers, but the associates. And I feel like they're going through some growing pains right now. I told you guys the story this week, but I was waiting and waiting on an order, and the kid said, "I'm making it right now." He gives me the wrong order. I'm like, "I'm sorry, this isn't my number." He's like, "Oh, okay," and walks away and doesn't even start making my order. So 5 minutes goes by. I come back and I said, "Hey, is my order being made?" And he goes, "No, it's not." Flat out just told me, "Nope, not making it." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Can I see your manager, please?" And with that, like managers actually came out and they're like, and they know me by now. And they're like, Kim, I am so sorry. We're running with new people. And like they explained it and I understood, but they're going through some growing pains right now. But I just thought it was actually really funny. No, not doing it. Does Uber show, sorry, acceptance rates? Wrapping granting? Oh, show stats, acceptance rates. So I think it depends on, from what I know, it depends on the version of Uber Eats and whether you have Uber X and whether it shows your acceptance rates. Mine actually shows my acceptance rates, but I know a lot of you guys say you don't have access to it and doesn't show it. So I don't know whether I have an iPhone and it shows it and I signed up for Uber X, but I signed up for Uber X by accident when I signed up for Uber Eats, and that's why I have Uber X, and maybe that's why I see my acceptance rates. I have absolutely no idea, but I can see mine. But I know a lot of you guys say you can't see acceptance rates on your screen, but mine comes under Uber Pro, and that's where I find my acceptance rates. Thomas, you said McDonald's is hit or miss for me lately. Okay, so Steve, not 3 out of 10, it's 5 out of 10. I've been dealing with this for 4 months. Kim, I'm begging you and other influencers to make this an issue. Uber Eats can easily do this to me because I'm nobody. Well, you're somebody to me, but I am sorry that's happening to you. But I think when I was with UDM last week on his live, we were talking about it, and some areas have 3 out of 10, and some areas have 5 out of 10, and some areas don't even have this at all. And some areas paused it last week. Some areas are still going forward with it. I don't know what Uber Eats is doing, but to be honest, I have not seen it as bad as what you guys have been saying in the area. But maybe it's because I'm in the New Jersey, New York metro area. I don't know, but you're kind of at a loss for me. But if it happens, I share with you guys everything that happens with me during the day. I'll be more than happy to share it with you. I don't think I have an influence on it, but I can at least share with you when it actually happens. So Middleton Technology said mine doesn't on Android, but I also have UberX. So maybe UberX, is the key to why people can see it versus not see it. That would be my, I don't know, that would be my thing. Bud Soda, you're blabbing away with Lisa. Well, welcome. Hi, Bud Soda. How are you? How are you doing today? Are you making some money? I know you're out there like kicking some butt and taking names and making that money tonight. Wow, Driven Dad, did you say I did a 40? Hold on, I'm gonna put this up. I did a 45-minute, 45 spark shop and deliver. That's awesome. Good for you. That's great. So I'm sorry. Hold on, guys. Bud, you're off today? Wow, Bud Soda took the day off. I am shocked. I hope you are resting and relaxing and enjoying every minute of it. Ah, yeah, I don't believe it. I think you still went out for an hour. No, I'm just kidding. You took the day off. Good for you. So, PJ, you said I just switched from iPhone to Uber Eats for gigging. So far, so good. No complaints so far. Okay, good. Mart, you said one more reason not to do Uber. The only way to stop this is if enough people shift their efforts to other apps. Pipe dream. I'll be honest, DoorDash kicks butt in my area. So between like Uber Eats and Grubhub have become like second and third fiddle to DoorDash. Like they're just dominating the game right now in my area. So Middleton Technologies, you said, I think New Jersey would mirror New York City laws and force all that upfront information. Man, that would be fantastic if they would, but I don't. You got me. I know that there is a lot of advocacy for New Jersey for delivery drivers, so I don't know. Who knows what the future holds? But I don't know. Who knows what New Jersey what New Jersey does? But yes, we are close to New York City, though. I'm only about an hour away. PJ, I know what you meant. iPhone to Android, I know what you. See, I knew it, bud. I knew you did a little today. I know you by now. I knew you couldn't just take the day off. You did a little, but Verizon throttles me, and I bought an AT&T phone. And oh yeah, pizza and beer. Good for you. Enjoy every minute of it. So, Driven Daddy said, my Eats Only Uber account shows acceptance rates. So, why? It's just curious on why we think some people can see it, some people can't see it. It's like this mystery upon like all mysteries. I just thought it was because I signed up by accident for UberX, and that's why I could see it. Oh, bud, you have a business line now. You're all special. Yeah, I'm actually looking at a business line for my own. I'm trying to do new stuff with you guys because I'm trying to obviously expand and grow, and so I have all these grandiose ideas. But one of them, and hopefully it's coming soon, and that's part of the business line, is I want to start taking you guys along with me live, maybe a day or so, just to kind of take you guys with me live as I'm actually doing it. So it's one of my plans, hopefully soon. I don't know. I'm still working out some of the kinks, behind it, but I'm stepping up in technology a little bit. But you did 88 hours last week. My goodness. That's a small week for you. No, I'm just kidding. But good for you. So, Lisa, you said New York City isn't even that lucky. Yeah, that is true. Live to hustle. I agree. Middleton Technologies, heck, even pumping gas on our own is illegal in New Jersey. I have to say, though, I really enjoy not pumping my own gas. So that's one of those laws that can actually stay in New Jersey, especially during cold weather, and I don't have to get out of my car. I'm actually really excited about that law. So that law can actually stay in New Jersey. I'm just saying. Oh, this is good information driven. Dad, I think I'm going to put it up. I heard from Rideshare Guy, Uber is going to show upfront details for Rideshare. I don't know, I don't do Rideshare, but that's actually really, really good information. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Welcome. So, Lita, so you said if California and New York is doing it, then I could definitely see New Jersey mirroring what they do by showing the upfront information. That would be a fantastic thing. I think it'd be a fantastic thing if, in general, everybody can see upfront information. Heck, with the few states that can. Like, I just feel like that's the way we need to go moving forward. Oh, that's interesting, Kimberly. You said T-Mobile. I'm gonna put out. T-Mobile switched my cell phone account to independent contractor deal they do for dashers with discounts on the phone bill. It's interesting. I didn't even know that they did that. So, Josh, you can see your Uber Eats acceptance, right? That's interesting. I don't know. Kim, two phones incoming. Let's go. She'll have to to add the up soon. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm working on it. I'm a person who I like to research and make sure I know how to do something before I just go ahead and do it. And I want to make sure that I give you guys like the very best experience that I can give you. So I like to do like all the research and planning ahead before I actually go live. Like I'm just not a fly by the seat of the pants type of girl. Like I like to have a plan in place. I like to have a schedule in place. And so I feel like there's steps before I do that. But the first step is getting like a second phone in order to take orders and live stream and use my GoPro for live stream. Like the GoPro has to go through one phone and then I have to use the other phone for taking orders. But one phone I have to answer you guys' comments, but I won't be answering them if I'm driving, just FYI. I will answer them when I stop, just so it's safe. But I really plan on maybe, at least once a week taking you guys along with me for my daily grind that I do with you guys. Just enhance. Slavic, you say get a second line. Okay, I really do have to get a second line. I'm working on it. I promise. I'm working on it. I'm excited to do that with you guys. So I'll let you guys know ahead of time so we can plan it out and you guys can join me. I just figured, you know what, we're all out there working usually at the same time anyway. Why not? Let's just do it all together. So Josh, you said I hate that law. That gotta tip my dude that pumps my gas. I guess in New Jersey, we're just so like it's kind of second nature that people just pump gas for us. Like I don't know. I just maybe I don't know. I just feel like it's second nature. It's just something we've all grown up for. If you lived in New Jersey your whole life, it's just something we've all grown up on. Kevin, you tried to get on Spark, but no openings currently here. There were no openings in my area. I tried getting onto Spark a couple weeks ago, and there were no openings either in my area. Oh, got it. Slavic, you said the name of the app is Line 2. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. See, I'm just learning and like this is all brand spanking new to me. Like when I started YouTube, you know what? I'm kind of learning as I'm going. So all this is like a complete learning experience, which is why I really try to do all my research before I actually go ahead and dive like right into it. Robin Gurney said, "What is the best phone to use doing gig work?" That's a good question. I've only ever owned iPhones. That's the only thing I've ever owned, except I think, and this is probably going to date me, when cell phones like first started, I had a Sidekick back in the day. But other than that, I've had literally iPhones for forever. I don't think I've never used an Android before. So maybe you guys can answer that better than I can, or maybe if someone has an Android versus an iPhone. But I'm an iPhone girl. I'm an Apple girl to begin with. Like I have an iWatch, I have my AirPods, I have an iPad. Like I'm just an Apple girl just because I feel like that's what I'm comfortable with. Thomas, I love that such great drivers come here. There are so many great drivers that are here and come join us every Tuesday. We are in a league of some of the most amazing people here. So thank you everybody for being here tonight. Lisa, you said if I'm in NYC, I will go to New Jersey if it's cold, so I don't have to pump my own gas. Oh, Thomas, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Kim, here's to learning and Dr. Pepper. You're going to fund my Dr. Pepper fund for my addiction. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I try to be awesome. I always say when my daughter grows up, she either thinks I'm going to be like the coolest mom ever Or I'm going to be like super embarrassing. It'll be like a 50-50 split. Driven Dad and NJ, do they forbid you from plugging in your Tesla? No, they actually have a lot, like at least in the downtown area that I work in, they actually have Tesla stations and electric car stations. So, not that I know it's illegal, even if in like a lot of shopping malls are now carrying them. A lot of like even like outdoor shopping areas, strip malls are carrying them. So, no, they're popping up more and more and more. So, no, I don't think it's illegal for plugging in your Tesla. Monique, you said, Kim, how is it in your area during the summer? Do you have a ton of traffic since you live by the beach? Yes, I do. So I love being by the beach. I literally am 10, depending on what beach I go to, I'm like 10, maybe 15 minutes away, literally miles away. And during the summer, uh, I love it because you can go to the beach no matter when you go. And the money during the weekends is like off the chains just because people are coming down from, usually we get like a lot of people from New York, a lot of people from Pennsylvania. Like we get like a lot of touristy people coming to the beach for the summer. And so the traffic is ridiculous on Friday nights because everybody's trying to get into the jam packed Jersey Shore area. And then it's also busy on Friday because Sunday, because people are trying to get home from the shore area. So, but a lot of times people order Friday nights are crazy just because people are getting down to their shore homes or like wherever their destinations are, and they don't really want to go out, so they're usually ordering Uber Eats, Doordash, Grubhub, wherever, because it's their first night there, and then the rest of the week happens. But I love summer is like when I made some of like my best money, and I almost felt bad because so many of you guys were saying summer slow down, and I felt so bad saying not me. It's really fantastic here. Like I actually felt bad, saying how great my area was during the summer, but a lot of it is because I live by a shore town, and the area that I actually do a lot of my restaurant pickups are is very well known in New Jersey for a downtown area. The dining is it's fantastic and really good. So if anybody's ever in New Jersey, I suggest you check it out just because the dining is crazy. Bon Jovi has his own restaurant in the downtown area. I deliver. There's just a lot of happenings going on. No, I've never delivered to Snooki before. Sorry. I don't even know. Does she even live in New Jersey anymore? I don't even know. I don't even know. I know the situation still is in New Jersey. Other than that, I think majority of that Sammy lives in New Jersey. She used to come so back in the day, like a good couple of years ago. I used to work at J.C. Penney's, and she used to come into my J.C. Penney's all the time with her mom. So I know she was actually around the area that I was working in. So she would literally come in all the time because our mom loved J.C. Penney's for whatever reason. But so I know she's in New Jersey. But other than that, a lot of the Jersey Shore cast was from New York. They weren't even from New Jersey. So go figure. But you can still go see the house down in Point Pleasant. No, Seaside. Seaside? Seaside. Sorry. So, Kevin, you said 5 minutes, 6 miles for an Uber Eats order, 10 miles for the DoorDash stacked. That's a conundrum. Which one did you take? So, Jaguars fan, you said, what is your average hourly pay during the week? it varies. I'll say anywhere between 20 to 30. It really depends if it's a weekday versus weekend. Usually the weekends they average between 25 to $30 an hour. During the weekday, it's anywhere between like 20 to like $25 an hour. So hopefully that helps you out. I try to do as many orders as humanly possible in like an hour's time. So usually it's 3 to 4 deliveries per hour is what I goal myself on a daily basis. Josh, you said Polly lives in Vegas. He did he do a residency in Vegas? I think no. He did a residency in Atlantic City for a while for the pool in Harris, I think it was. He was there for a while. I didn't realize he actually moved to Vegas. But hey, I guess the DJing thing is working out for him. I don't know. It's it's so funny that New Jersey is known for like the Jersey Shore. Out of all the shows that have come out of New Jersey, like the one we always talk about is like the Jersey Shore. It's amazing. It's just amazing to me. How about The Sopranos? I'm just saying. Josh B, the situation lives in Homedale. Yeah, that he does live in Homedale. I knew he was in Manalapan for a hot minute, and then I think he moved to Homedale recently because um, his family is there. He too used to go to the mall that I used to work in all the time, and he actually got booed a lot of times as he was walking through the mall. And I'm like, the poor guy, he probably just wants to go shopping, and here he is. He's like getting booed as he's walking through the mall. It was quite comical to see that, I will say. Yeah, it's fun. I hate those kind of reality shows. I'm not a big reality show person at all. I'm lucky if I actually get to watch TV. And if I do watch TV, it's like Netflix, Prime, or any one of those. I don't even know what cable TV is, to be honest with you, anymore. It's usually Netflix or Amazon Prime or Hulu. It's like one of those three. Disney Plus, just because I'm a huge Disney fan. But if I'm gonna watch like a series, I like to binge watch series. I feel like that's like the way to go lately is to like just to binge watch because you can finish so much more quicker without a lot of these commercials that are on live TV. But I can't tell you the last time I actually watched live TV. I don't know. Even when I leave you guys tonight, like I'm gonna go on to Netflix and continue watching Ozark on Netflix. So I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know what cable TV is anymore. But I'm not a big reality. Even when like the Jersey Shore was like the height of the Jersey Shore, like the craze of the Jersey Shore. I'm like, why would I want to watch people that aren't usually from New Jersey filming in New Jersey? I don't know. I just thought the whole thing was just weird. Josh B, his house is huge. I can only imagine. Even though he was in jail for a little while. Kevin, it was snowing by you. How are you guys doing with the snow? Like we had like a little bit of snow on Sunday. I mean, we had that big, huge snowstorm a couple weeks ago, but I know a couple of you guys deal with the snow on a consistent basis. I feel bad like saying it's snowing outside, but it's only like a trace. Where like I know Bud, you're saying you get snow like left and right where you're at in upstate New York, and I know Lisa, you say you get snow a lot. Oh, right, your rodeo. So you okay? I forgot to tell you. I watched the first episode of Reacher. Good call. I'm telling you. Uh, so if you guys, I know Steve and I were talking about this last Thursday, and I got addicted to the. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Reacher. If you know the movie Jack Reacher, it's based off of the movie Jack Reacher. But this guy is like ginormous comparison to Tom Cruise. So to me, you can't even compare the two. Um, but the storyline was really good. It was action packed. I think we finished the entire series in like 3 days because once we started watching it, like we couldn't stop watching it. So just a recommendation that go check it out. Not that it's a plug. It's not. It's not sponsored or anything. But it was just a really good show that I actually found on Amazon Prime. So we were just talking about it the other day. So Kevin, you took the DoorDash stack. So Jaguarson, what has been your favorite delivery as far as apps are concerned? Favorite? Oh, that's a tough question. I'm still gonna stick with. It's so funny because I wasn't like this like months ago, but I have to go with what is working in my market currently, and right now it's DoorDash is like it's rocking in my area. And months ago, if you would have asked me this, I've been like, I'm an Uber Eats girl, true and true. It's easy, it's fun, and now Uber Eats has it's almost become non-existent. So I really have to go with DoorDash just because it's so dominant in my area. So, Bud, you said snowstorms equals dollars and Karens. That is actually so true. You get so many demanding customers when it comes to snow, and they're like, "Really? Get out of you, get out of that house yourself if you're really that impatient." So you're supposed to in Denver. You're supposed to get snow tomorrow. How many inches, driven dad, are you supposed to get snow tomorrow? Just curious. So Lisa, you said we still have snow, but hopefully it'll start to melt the next few days. Like I feel, oh good. I'm so glad, Steve, that you liked Reacher. So I feel like we were all like on a whiplash of weather. Like we had like 2 days in the 50s, and it even reached 60 on Saturday. Like you didn't even need a jacket. Granted, I wore a jacket because I'm like the last thing I need is like a colder to get sick. So, but it was so warm in my area, and then it went from 60s, and then it went all the way down into the low 30s to get that snow on Sunday, which I think is just so random. So I feel like it's been like all the snow melted, and then we got the snow back, and now the snow is here because it's still freezing cold, 3 inches in Denver. It is so cold, like it is really cold outside. That was another reason, like yesterday I really like I'm like, okay, I'm taking the day off, and even last night I'm like, do I go out, do I not go out? And then I looked and it was like 21 degrees. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going out in 21 degrees. My butt was staying in the nice warm house, and that's where I stayed, and I was very I was very excited to see that. Yeah, you are true. It's gonna be summer on Thursday in Jersey, 60 degrees. Yeah, it's going right back up into the 60s. Like I'll be honest, like I cannot wait for for the spring. I am a spring and summer girl, true and true. Like I can't wait for that. I don't even care whether I just wear like long sleeves and like any kind of pants, anything without a jacket. Oh, just saying. So Josh, you said it's back to 50s and 60s in Pennsylvania. Yeah, I know you're very close in weather wise to me. Yeah, Kevin, that is very true. And Lisa, I agree with Lisa. If the app gets hot, ride it until it cools off. Yeah. Sometimes you get on DoorDash rolls, sometimes you get on Uber Eats rolls. Wherever the rolls come, you just kind of go with it, and that's a lot of times how you make some of your money. Oh, Monique, you're hitting the 70s again tomorrow. Oh, I am a little on the jealous side. 70 degrees. Oh, that's like the perfect like temperature period. I love 70s. Go sledding. That's funny. Ooh, PJ, that's a lot. PJ, you said we had a wind advisory here, 50 plus miles per hour winds. All I could see was wind was dollar signs. That's actually really funny, but oh, that's some big wind you got going on. So Josh B, can't get on the Grubhub roll because they make you wait 15 minutes each time. Yeah, it's hard. Grubhub is hard to say. You have to. I feel like the all the stars with Grubhub have to like align together to get like the perfect mix of restaurant, no wait times, and like the orders keep coming in. That's actually one of the things like I don't like about Grubhub. Like I feel like sometimes if they're busy enough, like you literally get into your car, you turn the ignition and you hit, leaving, and all of a sudden you get the like your next order and you're like, I can't even finish this order. How am I gonna know what the next order is gonna be? Like I feel like sometimes it's too quick of a turnaround, but maybe it's just me. So frugal D, you said for gig driving, I love the nastier weather, more money. No one wants to go out. Nice weather, people order less. I say that a lot. Unless it's like undrivable and like inches of snow or I don't do thunderstorms or ice storms. Other than that, sign me up. I'll go out in any weather they can because it really does make some really good money days. What is your total amount of deliveries? 1,200 here. Good for you. That's really awesome. I'm trying to. I would have to add up all three apps. I can tell you. And hold on. We can do this live. Why not? So for DoorDash, let's bring up DoorDash. I think it was 4,700. I think 4,700 on DoorDash. It was like 46, like 98. So I'm gonna say it's 4,700 on DoorDash. Uber, let's see. 3,800 on Uber and Grubhub. I can never find Grubhubs. I don't know where Grubhubs is, to be honest with you. I don't know what Grubhub is, but those are my two main ones. I just started Grubhub a couple months ago. So yeah, those are how many deliveries I have lifetime. Frugality, you said I was so spoiled yesterday with big money with those peak pays. Hey, good for you guys for going out there and making that money. I know a lot of you guys are saying that Valentine's Day was better than Super Bowl. So hey, go out whenever you can. I am happy for anybody to go out there and make your money and do you go make that money. I am so super happy when I see you guys have fantastic days and you go out and you rock it out there. And believe me, no judgment free zone. I don't judge anybody for any orders you take, for any orders you don't take. Like, do you? And this is judgment free zone. Thank you, Thomas. That's really sweet of you. Kim is great for keeping people happy. It seems like she takes the bad with the good and just keeps on going. To me, that's like the only way. I go to work and I come home at the end of the day. It's just that I take you guys along with me. I just don't see a need in complaining along. Yes, I complain every once in a while, but to me, complaining gets you absolutely nowhere. Except I just go out and I work and I come home every single day, and that's what I'm out here to do. I'm here to make money and do the best I can when I'm out there, take orders that work for me, work best for me in my area. Only I know that. Only you guys know what works best for you in those areas. And you know what? Just take orders. That's the only thing I can say. Just take orders. Take orders that are right for you. Oh, Bud, that's awesome. Grub has been heavy hitters on lunch lately. The first order I got was $20 Subway stacked today. Easy peasy. See, you were out working today, Bud. You didn't take the day off. Just kidding with you. Oh, Jaguar fans, any advice on deductions for taxes? I am the last person you want to ask about tax advice. I'll be completely honest. I give my stuff out to a tax professional. So I am not knowledgeable except for taking, yeah, I'm just not. I am the wrong person for asking any tax advice whatsoever, and I'm okay telling you that. But yeah, I would always advise you to go to a tax professional just because that's it. My king, you deliver in Lincraft says it's an area around me, so it's part of the area, like my Doordash area. So okay. Morty said, I want to know if Flex is still ahead of me if I add up all my food deliveries. I think he is. I feel like Flex is always ahead of all of us. I'm telling you, he rocks it. Rocks it every single day. So more power to him. Okay, guys. So we are at the hour mark. I love coming with you guys every Tuesday. I have so much fun being here with you guys. I really appreciate you guys spending your Tuesdays with me and drinking drinking with me, not the alcohol type, the pepper type. But thank you so much for always being here on Tuesdays. I really appreciate it. And I love your input. I love what you guys do and you bring to here every Tuesday. Thank you for sharing your stories with me, sharing your experiences with me. I really, really appreciate it. So, guys, I am calling it a night. Thank you so much. If you're driving, please stay safe and healthy. Remember, kindness is always free. I love you guys, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Peace out.